In this video, we will be looking at the 2022 Chemistry JAMB examination question 31 to 40. Question 31 says, water for town supply is chlorinated. It should be chlorinated. Is chlorinated to make it free from A. Bad color, B. Bacteria, C. Temporary hardness, D. Permanent hardness. Now for this question, you want to note that chlorine helps to keep water free from germs and bacteria. So the correct option here is B. Free from bacteria. Question 32. In the laboratory preparation of ethyl ethanoate, the water present in the mixture is removed using a solution of A. Anhydrous calcium tetrachloride, B. Concentrated sodium tetraoxocarbonate, C. Dilute sodium hydroxide, D. Concentrated hydrogen tetraoxosulfate 6. I think this should be H2SO4. Yep. So for this question here, you want to note that in the preparation of ethyl ethanoate, that concentrated H2SO4, that is hydrogen tetraoxosulfate 6, is used in the preparation of ethyl ethanoate to remove the water present, since it serves as a dehydrating agent. So it serves as a dehydrating agent in this process. So the answer here is concentrated hydrogen tetraoxosulfate 6. Question number 33. The pollutants that may include the condensation of water vapor in the atmosphere is A. Dust, B. Soot, C. Oxides of nitrogen, D. Chlorofluorocarbons. So what's the answer to this question? Now note that the answer here is soot, alright? Soot is a mass of impure carbon particles resulting from the incomplete combustion of hydrocarbons. It is a pollutant that induces the condensation of water vapor in the atmosphere. So the correct option here is B, soot. Question 34. The tincture of iodine means iodine dissolves in A. Ethanol, B. Bromine chloride, C. Chlorine water, D. Water. Now note that the tincture of iodine is also called the weak iodine solution. All right. Tincture solutions are characterized by the presence of alcohol. So if you look at the option here, the alcohol here is actually A, ethanol. So that becomes the answer to this question. Next up, question number 35. 35 says chlorine gas turns a damp starch iodine paper A. Pink, B. Colorless, C. Red, D. Dark blue. All right. Now you want to note that the reaction of iodine mixed with starch and later in the action of chlorine turns it blue-black. Right? It's blue-black. So for this, looking at what we have there, the answer becomes dark blue. All right. Since we should have a blue-black, and that's something as well there, dark blue. So the correct option here is D, dark blue. Question 36. Hardness of water is caused by the presence of the ions of A. Calcium and magnesium, B. Calcium and sodium, C. Magnesium and silver, D. Sodium and potassium. All right. Now note that for this question, note that temporary hardness of water is caused by calcium and magnesium trioxocarbonate 4. All right. So calcium and magnesium trioxocarbonate 4 causes temporary hardness of water. Meanwhile, permanent hardness of water is caused by calcium and magnesium tetraoxosulfate 6. So if you look at the two of them there, two things are involved there, calcium and magnesium. So in essence, the correct answer there is A, calcium and magnesium. Question 38. Which of the following is a base? A. Carbon dioxide, B. calcium oxide, C, hydrogen tetraoxophosphate, D, ethanoic acid. Which of the following is a base? Now you want to note that oxides of metals are basic in nature, while oxides of non-metals are acidic in nature. Oxides of metal are generally basic in nature. All right. So also note that hydroxides of metals are basic. So we just said that oxides of bases. So we just said that oxides of metals are basic in nature. So looking at the options here, of course, D is actually an acid, ethanoic acid, so it cannot be D. Then looking at the other ones here, we have oxides of certain compound. For A, then we have oxides of carbon. Carbon here is not an acid. Carbon here is not a metal. All right, we said is the oxides of metals that are base. Carbon here is not a metal. Also, hydrogen here is also not a metal. So the metal we have here is calcium. And we just said the oxides of metals are actually what they're basic in nature, or they are bases. So what that means is that the correct option here for this question, it's actually B, right? B, calcium oxide. So we have this. All right, 38. The solubility in moles per dm cube of 20.2 gram of potassium trioxynitrate 5 dissolved in 100 gram of water at room temperature is. So you have these your options. So how do you solve this question? Now to solve this question for question 38, you want to note that the formula for solubility is equal to mass of solute, mass of solute all over mass of solvent, all over mass of solvent, right? So mass of solute all over solvent. Looking at this here, you can see they said the solubility in moles per dm cube of 20 gram of potassium trioxynitrate 5 dissolved in 100 gram of water. Water is the solvent, that's the liquid. Meanwhile, potassium trioxynitrate 5, this one here, becomes your solute. So I'm having mass of solute 20.2 all over mass of solvent 100. That becomes 20.2 all over 100. And if you do this, you have your answer 0.202. That's approximately 0.2. That's the answer there. All right. So let's see which option has that 0.2. That is option B. Yep, that's option B. So in essence, the answer to this question is option B, 0.20. That's it. 39. Catalytic hydrogenation of benzene produces A, oil, B, cyclohexone, C, cyclohexane, D, margarine. All right. For this question here, the correct answer here is simple. You're looking at catalytic hydrogenation of benzene. So that becomes benzene. This is calculate structure of benzene. So you have benzene having 1, 2, 3. This is undergoing catalytic hydrogenation. So you have H here, perhaps you have H2 here, right? 3 of it. And when you do this, what happens here is that for this one here, you have that these double bonds here, 1, 2, and 3, will be broken. So you now be having it as this. So you no longer have double bonds there. You now have just single bonds. And what you have here is a cyclohexane, right? So let's see which option has this as cyclohexane. That is option C, cyclohexane. That is the answer to this question. Finally, question 40. Question 40 says, in the diagram below, X is, so this is X, this diagram here. Now the diagram is not clear, but I'm going to explain this diagram for you. Now you want to note that this setup here is used, or the setup here represents the production of sulfur dioxide, and the cylinder marked X, this one here, is sulfur oxide. All right, that's sulfur dioxide or sulfur oxide. So basically, this is setup is used in the production of sulfur dioxide, also known as sulfur oxide. And the correct option here is what? B. That's the correct answer there. All right, so you have question number 41. This is for you, as usual. 41 is for you. The question says, the shape of S orbital is A. Elliptical, B. Spiral, C. Circular, D. Spherical, right? So which option is correct here? Is it A, B, C, or D? Leave your answer in the comment section and I'll tell you if you're correct or not. Okay? Okay, guys, so please take note that we have a JAMB WhatsApp group for 2026 JAMB Bites. All right. So if you're writing JAMB for 2026, we have a JAMB WhatsApp group where we do daily revisions on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology. So if you're a science student and you want to join our JAMB WhatsApp group, I'll leave a link to the JAMB WhatsApp group in the video description. All right. You can also join our JAMB channel membership to get access to exclusive content for JAMB Bites, or you can get the full JAMB course on our website. Simply visit www.journalimmanu.com/courses and you see the JAMB/WAEC classes. All right. Okay, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. All right. Like this video. Also leave a comment. Right, for the comments, I gave you a task, question number 11. Solve it, leave your answer in the comment section, and I'll tell you if you're correct or not. Don't forget to also subscribe. If it's your first time here or you're yet to subscribe, please do what to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and select all so that you get notified whenever we upload a new content. Then finally, ensure to share this video to your friends and their colleagues so that they can also learn. Thank you and see you in our next class.